The roof is kind of complicated, so you have like a pitch that goes this way.
Yeah.
That is, oh actually, Wally, my guy, now I know why I couldn't find this part. So this goes like this. And then there's a pitch that goes this way.
Yeah, finally working on the
So I heard that we have a machine that's broken.
We have two machines that are broken, actually.
Oh,
Kind of.
I didn't know that.
So we have Gypsy Danger, and Gypsy's been down since we moved. I have a potential strategy to fix her today. But then we also have Barbatos Rex, and Barbatos is down because of water in the lines, which is really weird because they all run off the same compressor, and the compressor branches to each bay, and then only one of the machines in one of the bays is getting water in its lines. But we just keep burning through lenses because water gets on the lens and then gets superheated and then shatters the lens.
So,
And then the printers were down last week, but we fixed that.
isn't it fun when everything just keeps breaking?
Yeah. All right, let's go look at the problem. So Gypsy Danger, currently, if you run the machine,
What's this noise it's making?
it hasn't woken up in a while. So the machine is running right now, but it's not. The laser's not going.
So, obvious question.
Yeah.
This machine looks really gross on the inside.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been cleaned, like, since we moved.
How many production hours do you think has gone on this machine? This is our oldest machine, by the way.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're looking at 5 years worth. If we do 5 years, well, we do conservatively 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, 7,500 hours, coming up on 8,000 hours of machine time.
And this is the first time we've had a machine that's been completely out cold.
Yeah, but it's not, because this is the power supply. And using the power supply, you can force the laser to fire, which it does. I'm pressing a little button there. So the power supply is good, the tube is good, it's firing down, but when you close it up, tell it to run a file, nothing gets run. So lasers have two safety measures. One is this little magnet right here. If this magnet isn't engaged by this magnet, the laser will not fire during production runs. So that's the first thing you test. The other thing you test is that the water chiller is pumping water. Laser tubes have the water that goes through it, and if that supply gets interrupted, like you pinch it, there is water running. So the working theory is something between this and the water chiller, the safeties are broken. The wiring got broken during the move. I've tried to trace down which wire is broken using continuity tests. I've had no luck. But then I remembered that in RD Works, I'm fairly sure that you can dig into the hard settings, the vendor settings of a machine, and potentially bypass those safety measures. Not that I want to do that forever.
So what you're saying is we're gonna bypass any safety function that the machine has.
Yeah. Well, specifically, we're going to bypass the magnet latch and the chiller, and then try to run the machine. And if the machine runs with those bypassed, then we know for sure one of those is the issue. At which point we can turn on the magnet latch and run it, and if it works, then it's the chiller. Or we could turn on the chiller and run it, and if it works, then it's a magnet. Like, we at least can isolate the problem at that point.
Right.
So, what you do is you go into settings. Oh, okay. Neat. I'm not sure my plan works. It does not have the setting that I can use to turn off all the safety features, which is probably good, honestly. Like, this is a good problem to have in general.
You're telling me that this is like a huge paperweight, right? Right now?
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
So,
This is one of the new machines.
yeah, it's Barbatos. So
Wait, what's his name?
Barbatos Rex. Barbatos. That's our compressor that fuels all the air. It goes up to here. This is a water trap. It's supposed to trap water. Does a pretty good job, as you guys can
Show
see.
that again.
So there's water in there. It comes out here. This line actually now goes to a tank, and its entire job is to hopefully, that black tank on the ground is back there. Its entire job is to hopefully trap more water, because it's down here. This line comes around and splits off to these 4 machines. Comes in the back. Here's one of the connections. Goes in the machine. On the back of these machines, we have an additional water trap. That then goes in, and this splits off to the 4 machines. And somehow, Barbatos, which then has an additional water trap, is still getting water in the lens, which falls on the lens, and then the laser hits the lens with the water and it superheats and it cracks the lens, and then we have to pay like $50 for a new lens.
See if I can focus in on this. I just can see myself. What did you do, Brittany?
The air is too wet.
The air's too wet. You need to fix that.
Not since we fixed that issue, so.
Alright, we have to get some dehumidifiers or something. Don't know that.
Okay.
Until I think of something else to try. Thank you.
Thank you.
Never a dull day, is it?
That's a dull day. It just sucks.
My name is Travis Power, and I work in the laser ops. I cut the kits that y'all make. Play video games and shoot guns. That's about it.
There you go, I like that answer.
World of Warships.
Yeah.
It's one I've been playing the longest. There's too many.
What is the last gun that you shot?
Walther Q5 Match Steel Frame Pro. It is Walther's first steel frame of the Q5 series, and the Steel Frame Pro is their entry-level competition gun. No, I'm not. I wouldn't say new, because I do watch on YouTube people painting Warhammer figurines and stuff like that, so yes, I don't do tabletop games, but I know of them, and I'm not the creative type, so I don't paint or do anything like that. I leave that to the experts. Well, now water gives us the most problems. Initially it was the older machine because we had to figure them out and fine tune them, and now since we figured that out, they're not a problem. Now it's just the water. Yeah, well, the one new machine, Barbados. The other three are fine.